at the king's command. It's hard for Westerners to understand a monarch, a ruler who rules a dynasty. Lives are in the balance at the whim of a monarch. Decrees are written for all to obey at the direction of a monarch. But when you choose to disregard the edict, it's an act of treason. In the West, you can complain, criticize, even protest your disagreements. But in this era of rulership under King Nebuchadnezzar, you may think twice. Your disagreements could cost you your very life. How sobering it would have been to simply disagree. To disobey in the face of a ruler who swept up your people, pillaged the town you lived in, and brought you as a slave to a different world, country, and way of life, far from all you've known, and now to serve a foreign king. King Nebuchadnezzar crafted an ornament of his affection, prowess, and power for all to admire and fear. Yet word was catching wind through the corridors of the palace that the Hebrew young men would not bow in allegiance. You can feel the tension in the air, they are done. What would you have decided? Friends, we have similar decisions in front of us every day. Modern day objects of power raised up before us and fear forcing us to bow to its will. But what will make you most like the Hebrew young men is your resolve of not bowing. There weren't court systems, lawyers, or a judge. No, there was an immediate ruling of death. The Hebrew young men knew the consequences and they still didn't bow. The question on the table in our day is, will you?
Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces, to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Then the princes, the governors, and captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces, were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then an herald cried aloud, To you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up. And whoso falleth not down and worshippeth, shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Therefore at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages, fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near, and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live for ever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshippeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.